Assalamu alaikum and peace. We're back again. Saturday ride today, and we're doing one of the doctor's routes. So from Bradford to Wetherby and back. I've never ridden anything so flat. No wonder he has all these really fast times on his Strava. Average speed of like 20 mile an hour. You don't get any of that in Huddersfield. You're looking at 13. I'm here with Mike on the bike. Now Mike's a vegan, and I never knew vegans eat eggs.
Oh, you're joking.
You learn something new every day. Right, we're back from the ride, and we've come to the doctor's surgery. We've come to review his superbike. Specialized Venge. Doctor, come on then. Doctor, put that away.
Oh, you want to do this one?
Not this one.
Oh, sorry. I just taken that out of John's textbook.
Check out the rear reflector. So this is the bike, man. Why don't you tell these viewers what we've got here?
Right. Okay. Where should we start? So this is a 2016 Venge. It was one of the last models before it was replaced by the model that you've got, Ake, which is that there.
That one.
When I actually bought this was literally just come out, and I had the opportunity to buy that frame, but I'm an aesthetics kind of guy. I like the kind of curve, so I decided to go with this one as opposed to that frame.
Before I started rolling, he told me about my handlebars. He said, I didn't like your handlebars. Yeah. They look like somebody's been sick on them.
It's true. It's true. The biggest down point for me, even though that model Venge is a faster, it's more aerodynamic, the handlebars did put me off because it just didn't look right, even though aerodynamically they're a bit faster. So I think this is in its original. It's a Venge Expert 2016 model, but I customized it pretty much right from the start. So so it's not how it is now. It wasn't when I bought it. So when I bought it, I basically had put on Dura Ultegra Di2 Gen 2. I put on the CLX 60 wheels.
So it didn't come with that?
No. So as a standard, it was a mechanical bike. So it came with the Ultegra mechanical shifting. Which one does he have? He had Fulcrum Racing S4 wheels. So it looked like a standard bike, if I'm honest with you. So then I basically put on Ultegra Di2 CLX 60 wheels on this. So that's when I kind of got it going, and I'd been riding with that for about 3 years until I upgraded it to what it looks like. It's full Dura Ace 9150 Di2. The only thing that's not Dura Ace is the crankset. This is a S-Works dual power crank. So left and right readings. As you can see, the chainrings are different too, so they're not Dura Ace. These are absolute black oval chainrings, which I think gives the bike a different look. The reason I went with oval.
So does it make it easier up climbs?
Yeah. So we could kind of cover that a little bit.
A guy that doesn't really need any more help up climbs has absolute black chain rings. I
read some reviews are saying it's really good for, especially if you do a lot of climbing. So I thought, okay, let's bite the bullet and go with oval. And
weight-wise, was there much difference between the original? You didn't weigh them?
No, I didn't weigh them. But from a riding point of view, while we're talking about the ovals, you get that slightly better cadence. On the flats, initially you won't feel no difference whatsoever. And that's when I first rode out with them, I thought, what the hell, man? What's going on here? This is weird. I can't even tell. But as soon as you kind of get onto a hill, you see the little bit more of a cadence. For me, the biggest change has been the power transfer as you get out of the saddle on a climb. It feels to me that I can put more power down, and I'm not. It don't feel like I'm really thrashing my legs. It makes it. I can put more power down for a longer period of time, purely because of the way that the ovals work. You see, in terms of the power transfer on that side. I mean, like I said, I've only had them for 3 months, 3.5 months, and I love them. The only downside to it a little bit is the shifting, because. Let me see if you can. So if you can see it from a rotation point of view, see now you've got the biggest gap between the derailleur, but as you kind of get to the top of the oval, it literally goes back down to 2 millimeters. You see, so when you're shifting, there is a little bit of a arc. You get used to it. It's almost like clipping and unclipping. Wheels, CLX Roval CLX 64s. As I said, I did originally have the 60s on there. So this is not a paid advert, by the way, as you know. One shower I will kind of give to is the Harrogate Specialized concept store, because literally this bike has been, well, all my Specialized have been built by them guys. I bought it through them. Wes, who actually is my mechanic, who built this bike up from the start, top guy. So yeah, CLX 64s, both front and back.
What tyres are you running on there?
So these are the Specialized S-Works Turbo Cottons. Fantastic tyres, £60 per pop. Super fast, low resistant. Think of it as, you know, there's always that kind of play-off between performance, durability, punch-up resistance, right? But I always kind of refer to it as, if you look at, if you're into racing and Formula One, you get your qualifying tyres, super fast, you know, less durable. Then you got your kind of harder tyres. These are your top of range performance, rolling resistance. They really are more for summer riding, really. So that's the tyres. One thing I was going to mention is it's also got ceramic speed bottom bracket, which came with the bike, I think, originally. I might have installed it, I can't remember. Bit more on the power meter, right? So this is the S-Works dual cranks power meter, so it records both sides. So if anybody who might be interested in doing a similar setup, the chainring and the crank, right, it's not a seamless fit. So what I mean by that is that, you know, because obviously the cranks are not really the chainrings are not they're not really made to, you know, to be compatible with any kind of, you know, power meter, especially with duals. So Wes from Harrogate Specialized Concept Store, he basically, you know, engineered a little bit of, you know, he shaved a little bit of inside the chainring just so the crank fits in, you know, flush basically. So right. Thanks Wes, otherwise he would have, you know, I think, you know, would have been a bit of a problem on that side. So he did it meticulously, so you can't really tell, to be honest with you. So it fits in perfect. So there's one battery on this side, and then you got another battery on the other crank. In terms of how the power meter works, dead easy, literally like any other power meter. Wake you up in the morning, just a couple of spins. Couple of spins. You'll see it on your Garmin, and that's it. It's done and dusted.
You said Garmin.
Sorry, not Garmin. Wahoo. I know. I don't know, and I'm not changing over, by the way. I'm sticking to Wahoo. Pedals, speed play. This is probably one of the best upgrades. They're not the most expensive ones, which are the super light, but they only save you a few more grams.
So I've always thought about moving over to speed play, because you've got the option, you know, clipping in either side.
So and this is the reason I bought speed play, right? Because when I first started off cycling many years ago, about 7 years ago, obviously where I lived, there's quite a lot of climbing, and obviously being a new cyclist, I was getting a bit of anxiety at light CC, because I thought just to clip back in. And
you should have seen me today. I mean, ask Mike. We were flipping nightmare clipping in front lights.
So, and honestly, there was a couple of times where I nearly fell off my bike early on, and I just thought, what do I need to do? And then I was reading about pedals, and everyone was kind of saying go for speed plays. They're expensive, but they're dual-sided. Honestly, guys, 10 out of 10. You know, I would never change any pedal for anything else.
I might give them a go.
Yeah, honestly, highly recommend it. In terms of all, you know, from practicality side, from riding, that is the best upgrade I've done. Everything else is performance, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, from a riding point of view, I would never change anything. Power meters like Garmin Vector and all that, which dual-sided, probably a little bit cheaper than the crank itself. But there was no way I was going to change from speed play.
See, I'm in that position now, right? Do I buy them for Vero Arciomas?
Yeah. So.
And then I'm going to have to switch to Look.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
So that means all my bikes are going to have to change the pedals.
Yeah.
So
I was like I said, if there's one thing that I will never change is the pedals. I'll stick to speed play. I highly recommend them on that side. Okay, so this is what I've changed also from the hoods. I had the original Aerofly 1 handlebar. I liked Aki so much from his Tarmac. As soon as I seen it, I thought I need to get that on mine.
I think everybody's like that. You know how many people have said, what are them bars?
The bars are brilliant, yeah. So, yeah, because I remember Aki said to me, oh God, these bars are really nice. And when I seen them for the first time, and that texture look, I thought, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I was hooked on them straight away. So the only issue was that I couldn't get the F model year 2020 Venge stem and that sink, because it
was a bit square, isn't it?
It's a bit square. It would that bit wouldn't fit. I could have got the stem myself, but I couldn't get the other bit to fit it. You see, it would have been I don't know, a bit of a nightmare to get on. So he goes, just stick to the handlebars.
And the front mounting plate. What did Wes hook you up with that then?
Yeah, so basically I've taken the original one out. As you see from Aki's previous video, there's absolutely no room for any mount, Wahoo mount to be put on there, so I had to change the plate, which I bought from Specialized. It only cost me about a tenner. Then yeah, changed it over. Then I've got this out front mount, which obviously could take in Wahoo and all of the GPSs.
That's a bar fly out front mount.
Yeah, they're not cheap. They're about 40 quid these for a little thing. Eh?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I've kind of got to do it that way. The good thing about obviously this now is it's a lot neater than it was before, because obviously with my previous setup with my Aerofly ones, I had a lot of all the cables coming out this way. Now they're all hidden in all the Di2 stuff is hidden in the Aerofly bias. Excuse the shape. I've been messing about with this. I need to take all this off to this video. So
what saddle are you running?
So this is a Physique R1. So this is one of the carbon rails. It's not one of the lightest ones available, not the lightest, but one of the lightest ones available.
What made you go with Physique then? How did you?
Well,
how did you know it was going to be comfortable?
Well, this is the thing, you see. So I've been literally for 7 years.
You were on a power saddle before, right?
Yeah. So literally for 6 years, I've been riding all Specialized saddles. So two-pair power saddles. You know, like it's really weird because you get a few months where you're alright on the bike, but you're still not comfortable. But then I just thought, because I changed the setup, I need to go for something different. And so yeah, I moved for this year. I moved over to the Physique, and this is a lot better. And obviously changed the. So I've been experimenting over the last since like February time, angles. So I've been riding a good 300-400 miles, changing the angle degree by a couple of degree here and there. So now I've got about 10 degrees. So I know to some of you it'll look kind of extreme, but it's like I said, everyone's different to the riding style. So I feel a lot more comfortable riding this way, as opposed to having it that way. Because if I keep it straight, I get a lot more saddle sore. Whereas this one, it just eases off.
There's a joke there somewhere.
Should we put Vicks in too? So yeah, with Vicks in there, it works perfectly on that side. By the way, no, it's not Vicks, it's jelly. It's
petroleum jelly.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. So yeah, the cassette that we're running is it's a Gopro S10 Now in terms of the setup, I've been running the 5236 tooth chain ring at the front and an 1128 at the back for about 3 years now, 4 years. So it's a semi compact. In fact, as soon as semi compact kind of was brought out, that's what I'll be running. I try not to use this ring here, the 28, but it's more of a personal challenge than it is anything else.
Yeah, we know.
I used it at Winners, by the way. I used it at Winners with that full on headwind, and we got a gold chain on that, just so that it kind of blends in.
Oh, he's had it cleaned before we turned up.
So in fact, so the bike actually, I washed this a couple of weeks ago.
You didn't wash them bottle cages.
I'm not. In fact, the next thing I'll need to probably change is the bottle cages, because these are original from new. So yeah. I could probably save a few grams on getting something a bit more lighter.
Ones.
But yeah, the chain itself is what is it? It's the KMC super light gold chain.
That's the chain I've got.
Yeah, that's the chain that you've got.
Mine's super black.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know, let me know what you think. If there's any questions, yeah, put them on the
right,
comment
guys,
section.
yeah,
and
put some comments below if you've got any questions. I'm sure the doctor will come and answer them all for
I
you.
think the one that we will get is that how much will it cost, how much did it cost to upgrade.
Have you figured that out?
I've got a price list for it, but you know, it's not easy to, it's easy to do. You can work it out yourself. You can go on Wiggle and stuff like that. You can see what it costs to get the full Gopro S 9150 group set, power cranks, what they cost. So you know, all you smart people watching this, you know, you'll be able to work out how much.
We don't mention bike prices.
Yeah.
Mrs. might be watching.
Yeah, Mum. Yeah, Mum. That's an interesting one. Just keep getting parcels from the post. You're like, I'm just over you, mate. Just buy away, kind of thing.
Oh, nice one, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, cool. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed that.
And if you did like that video, like and subscribe. And we'll hopefully get some more reviews on some of our other mates' bikes.
Cool.
Right.
Alright, cheers, Ake.
Nice one.
Thank you.